Welcome to Standards-Based IEPs, an overview for general educators. The goals of our presentation today are that general educators will have a better understanding of standards-based IEPs, and general educators will know where to go with questions about standards-based IEPs. This is a priority on Special School District's 5-year District Improvement Plan. The National Center on Learning Disabilities has released some fact sheets and additional information that includes 4 reasons for the shift to standards-based IEPs. The first is that it's a positive focus. IEPs are built on the belief that a student with disabilities is capable of achieving grade level proficiency if given appropriate instruction and supports. It raises the bar. Parents and teachers have higher but realistic expectations. It encourages collaboration and awareness. IEP teams come to a better understanding of the state's academic content standards and work together to support student learning. This encourages more collaboration between general educators and special educators. The fourth and final reason for this shift is that it aligns with standards-based grading. For partner districts that are utilizing or moving towards this type of grading, standards-based IEPs will allow for better alignment. Historically, IEPs have focused on a student's acquisition of basic academic or functional skills and have had little, if any, relationship to specific academic areas or grade level expectations. In contrast, the process used to develop standards-based IEPs is directly tied to the state's content standards. Both the student's present level performance and the annual IEP goals are aligned with the state's grade level standards, creating a plan that is aimed at getting the student to a proficient level on all state standards. While there might be a gap, sometimes significant, between the student's present level of performance and the skills and knowledge required to meet the grade level standards, the IEP should address what needs to happen in order for a student to meet the standards. Once the IEP team has analyzed the student's current level of performance and determined what the student needs to learn, the specially designed instruction, i.e. special education, and related services and supports then can be developed. Here is an example of an old goal versus a new goal. The teacher and the IEP team will need to look at this goal from the lens of the grade level curriculum as well as the instructional opportunities for demonstration of this particular skill. Meeting all of a child's academic needs is a two-pronged approach. Goals aligned with grade level achievement or performance standards that include specific conditions to facilitate the student's access to and progress towards the mastery of the Missouri Learning Standards. And goals are also designed to address a student's basic skill deficiencies that can be aligned to Missouri Learning Standards but may not necessarily be aligned with grade level standards. Programming must be focused on the development of the needed skills and ensure that access to grade level content and skills. That's what makes it a two-pronged approach. So you may be wondering, how will this affect my participation in the IEP process as a general educator? Prior to the IEP meeting, you will have a collaborative conversation with the IEP case manager and discuss current classroom performance and assessment results, and also the standards that you would want to prioritize for that student. In considering which standards to prioritize, you must consider your district curriculum priorities and the needs identified by standards-based report cards, if that's appropriate for your particular district. You also might want to possibly log into Goalbook with the special educator and peruse possible standards for consideration. Goalbook is a tool used to aid in the writing of standards-based IEPs. During the IEP meeting, you will use the present level performance as a roadmap. The IEP team then will develop annual goals that are individualized for students and designed to move that students towards proficiency on the grade level standards. Goals should be prioritized and clearly indicate the skills and knowledge most important to the long-term academic success and reaching those grade level standards. Some important things to consider when thinking about those annual goals are: what skills must the student learn in order to become proficient on grade level standards? What growth and progress can reasonably be expected of the student in the coming year? And what is the justification for selecting certain standards? This question is one that general educators might speak to in looking at the district curriculum and those standards that would be focused upon during that grade level. If you would like more information on standards-based IEPs, please feel free to contact your student's SSD case manager or the SSD coordinator, area coordinator for your district. There is also a Google site, which is included here on this slide, that you may have access to explore more resources. Revisiting our goals for the presentation today, general educators will have a better understanding of standards-based IEPs, and general educators will know where to go with questions about standards-based IEPs. We hope that this presentation has met our goals. Thank you for your time.